This scene is in West Philadelphia, right in prime time.
Story on Action News today is that heinous act of violence that played out in West Philadelphia last night.
First now in West Philadelphia.
10 weapons were recovered. A few were semi-automatics, 2 are AR-15s, and nearly 100 rounds fired right here yesterday.
4 people were shot, 2 killed in a shooting on 6,000 Lake Street.
Breaking overnight, a man was shot and killed in West Philadelphia in what is now the
To get his life taken in the most horrible way.
is on for 2 more following a violent carjacking of an Uber driver in West Philadelphia.
We've had another horrible death, more gun violence. A teenager shot and killed last week.
At just 18 years old, another high school aged murder victim here in Philadelphia.
Now out of West Philadelphia, a double shooting inside of a convenience store near 52nd and Race Streets. 2 men ages 34 and 44 have been rushed to the hospital. Investigators are trying to determine what led to this shooting. We will bring you updated information as the morning goes on.
Charges could be pending after a wreck overnight that killed 2 people and critically hurt a third. This happened in West Philadelphia at 52nd and Walnut just after 3 this morning. Police say a speeding Dodge Charger crashed into a Hyundai. 2 of the people in that Hyundai died. A third person in that same car was rushed to the hospital with those described critical injuries. The driver and 6 other people in the Charger were not seriously hurt. There's no word on charges.
Now at noon, new surveillance video just into our newsroom of a school bus with students on board slamming into an SUV in West Philadelphia. That accident happening at 52nd and Spruce Streets in West Philadelphia this morning during the morning rush. Eyewitness News reporter Jasmine Payute is live at the scene.
Just how intense this crash was. Take a look. This happened around 6 o'clock Tuesday morning on South 52nd and Spruce Streets. Video obtained by Eyewitness News shows the SUV driving through the intersection when it's hit by the bus, the impact slamming it into the side of a nearby vacant building. 2 people inside the SUV were taken to a nearby hospital for unknown injuries.
And this scene is in West Philadelphia, right in prime time, just past 9 o'clock. A lot of 911 calls come in since everybody's awake, and there's a lot of businesses here. It's right at Malcolm X Memorial Park, and this young man lived about a block away, and it happens in front of a chicken and waffle store that's still open at the time. And when police get there, they find 52 bullet shells, and some of the shells are huge, meaning they're from a rifle. And then they find so many of those 52 shots so close to this young man on the ground, so it seems like they hit him from the head down to the body, and then they wanted to make sure they killed him and then stood over him almost and fired many more shots at him.
He was shot multiple times, head, chest, torso, and back. Now, based on ballistic evidence on the scene, we know at least 52 shots were fired. We found 52 spent shell casings. They're clearly 2 separate caliber. Many of these spent shell casings appear to have come from a rifle. They clearly appear to be larger rifle rounds.
least 10 times around 10:30 last night. The vehicle was found at 51st and 51st in West Philadelphia with some of the victims inside. The 2-year-old was shot in the leg while in the back seat. A woman in her 20s shot in the head, and another struck in the back. We're being told that both women are in critical condition. The child is stable. Investigators believe the SUV was actually shot up near Crichton and Wyalusing, and then the driver drove a block away before stopping. Police say a 26-year-old man was on the street at that location where they believe the shots were fired. We're being told that he was shot in the leg but is also in critical condition this morning. So as for that Kia SUV that was shot up, there was a second child inside.
In this Kia, in addition to the 3 victims, there was a 6-year-old boy also in the back seat who was not struck by gunfire. He's very lucky since his vehicle was hit 10 times by gunfire, and 3 of the other passengers were all struck by gunfire.
So we have a new update from police. Police are telling us that that man who was shot was believed to be standing next to the SUV talking to the women inside when the shooting happened. So as for those 2 women, investigators are saying they believe one of them, the one who was shot in the head, was possibly the mother of that 2-year-old who was shot, as well as that 6-year-old who was not injured.
This newly released surveillance video reveals what happened on March 21st here on the West Mill Creek playground. What started as a friendly basketball game quickly devolved into shots being fired. In fact, the video shows at least 3 gunmen firing more than 60 shots. Amazingly, nobody was injured. Bucka Green, who lives across the street, says she hit the deck as soon as she heard the hail of gunfire erupt.
I got on the floor because I didn't know if it could reach through my window. So I got on the floor and I looked out the window, everybody was gone when I did get up.
Moments later, you can see how the crowd quickly dispersed with people running in every direction. A different surveillance camera captured these images of at least one person involved getting away in this white SUV. People who live nearby say the saddest part is that shootings like these usually start as a simple misunderstanding.
It's troublemaking because people are going against each other. They was once friends and homies, and they shooting at each other because of something somebody might have said or something somebody might have did.
It's getting worse, but my main concern is, we got these little kids out here. It's like nobody don't care.
Now, if you recognize anyone in that video, or if you recognize that white SUV, you're being asked to contact Southwest detectives. Reporting live from West Philadelphia, Walter Perez, Channel 6 Action News.
scene is in West Philadelphia, right in prime time.
Story on Action News today is that heinous act of violence that played out in West Philadelphia last night.
First now in West Philadelphia.
10 weapons were recovered. A few were semi-automatics, 2 are AR-15s, and nearly 100 rounds fired right here yesterday.
4 people were shot, 2 killed in a shooting at 6,000 Race Street.
Breaking overnight, a man was shot and killed in West Philadelphia in what is now the
To get his life taken in the most horrible way.
is on for 2 more following a violent carjacking of an Uber driver in West Philadelphia.
We've had another horrible death, more gun violence. A teenager shot and killed last week.
At just 18 years old, another high school aged murder victim here in Philadelphia.